Topping our news at 11, San Diego police and teenagers form an alliance tonight. Good evening, I'm Hal Clement.
And I'm Denise Yamada. It was in the interest of young people all over town. News 8's Jamie Garcia is standing by live in Mission Valley to tell us who the crackdown is aimed at. Jamie?
I'm at the Western Division substation because this is where it all began this afternoon for police. Hal and Denise, I have a question for you. Have you ever seen kids trying to buy cigarettes? Well, I have, and tonight it was happening all over town. But there is a good reason.
The girl gave to you, and we'll give you back your change.
2 police officers give back the money from an illegal sale. The liquor store salesman was caught giving cigarettes to a 16-year-old. This is the minor, a police cadet, working as a decoy to help police snuff out tobacco sales to minors. They started before sunset and worked into the night. 4 teams of officers and decoys dropping in on 80 stores from Point Loma to North Park. An undercover police officer goes in first, followed by the 16-year-old who tries to buy cigarettes.
If they're asked for identification, they don't have any. And if they're asked for their age, they're going to tell them their age. There's not going to be any deceit in this, no lies.
California law prohibits the sale of tobacco or cigarettes to anyone under the age of 18. Merchants know this, but tonight there's evidence that some ignore the law and pay the price.
They're fined in 3 increments. The first increment is $200, the second is $5, and the third is $1,000.
That's fine with this woman who has a 10-year-old daughter to think of.
I think that people start smoking cigarettes too young, and then they get addicted to cigarettes and stuff, and I think they should have a certain age that you should start smoking or anything, because I think it's a drug too.
The storefront ads may be enticing to young people. We counted quite a few. But now merchants know police are watching. You don't want anyone selling cigarettes to your kids?
No, no.
Now, out of 80 stores checked tonight, only 6 received citations. All those who didn't sell cigarettes to minors will be receiving letters in the mail thanking them, in effect, for complying with the law. Reporting live from Mission Valley, Jamie Garcia, KFMB News 8.
All right, Jamie, thanks.
New laws and stiffer penalties are forcing many store clerks to think twice before they sell a pack of cigarettes these days, especially when the person they are selling them to is a minor and working undercover. KUSI's Kevin Kelly joins us tonight with an explanation. Kev?
For the first time ever, San Diego police officers at the Western Division ran an undercover smoke sting. Officers in plain clothes hit the streets and paid a visit to some local store clerks. But as you're about to see, the officers weren't the ones trying to buy the cigarettes. This 16-year-old girl, whose face we agreed not to show, is about to do something she's never done before. She's going to try and buy a pack of cigarettes. But what the store clerk doesn't know is that the teenage girl is actually a decoy for San Diego police. In less than a minute, she walks out with a pack of cigarettes and hands them over. That's when officers Steve Jorgensen and Mark Carlson take over. Because the sale was made to a minor, police officer issued the clerk a citation. He was not arrested because it's only a misdemeanor offense. He will, however, have to appear in court where he could face a $200 fine. 4 undercover teams hit liquor stores, mini-marts, even tackle and bait stores in parts of Ocean Beach, Linda Vista, Point Loma, Mission Valley, and Hillcrest. Each team was armed with a minor whose goal was to purchase cigarettes without lying or luring a store clerk into making a transaction. More than 80 businesses were on the hit list, but most of the time, the minor was denied.
She wanted a pack of cigarettes, and I said, how old were you? She said, 16. I said, you've had it. And she took off.
At this Point Loma gas station, the minor almost got her pack of cigarettes, but at the last minute, the store clerk changed his mind.
And the customer came in and stood in front of the counter, and she had her head down, way down to the ground, not even look at me. She told me a pack of cigarettes. She had a pack of cigarettes. She handed me the money, and I took the money from her. As soon as she lifted her hair up, I asked her for an ID.
What's that telling you?
Well, it's telling us that the word is getting out, and there's been a lot of publicity. There's been a lot of information distributed to places that do sell tobacco, and it tells us so far that they are complying, and that's the whole idea.
And that is the whole idea. Of the 4 teams that were out and about tonight, only 6 citations were issued to various store clerks. In all, 80 businesses were targeted tonight. Obviously, the majority of them were in compliance. But for those 6 store clerks who were issued citations, All of them must now appear in court, and if found guilty of selling tobacco to a minor, they could face a $200 fine for a first offense. Brian?
Thanks, Kevin. Kevin Kelly reporting from the KUSI Newsroom tonight.
In a time when we often bring you bad news about tobacco and smoking, tonight, some good news. The Western Division of the San Diego Police Department sent a minor into many area stores to buy cigarettes. They wanted to see if any of them were unlawfully selling to minors. And what they found surprised them.
Well, I was expecting we'd at least have some people sell cigarettes to the minors, but so far we haven't found that at all. We've been to 9 places, and everywhere we went to, everybody's asked for ID, and they've turned the person down for a sale. So I'm quite pleased.
This is the first time the police department has sent in a decoy for cigarette sales. The